Hey guys, it's Mad Dog. So today we're doing a Simpsons Christmas episode about snow. Okay, so this episode starts out with, let's see. Well, Homer watching football. And then, just a lot of pure chaos. And then Lisa and Marge and Bart are like, oh, we're gonna go to Circus Puree or something. And he's just like, lame. And then he's just like, this is like, wait, wow, this is kind of boring. And then Lisa's like, reading a book or something about the circus. And then blah blah blah. Homer isn't really happy about the circus because he's just annoyed. And then Marge is like, come on. And then they're just watching the circus, and then it's like, then, you know. And then blah blah blah. Turns out there's like a storm. So everyone has to like get out of the tent. And then Homer's like, nurse the child within me. And then they're just like, let's get out of here. And then it's like a storm. And then there's gonna be snow. So, and then like Bart and Lisa are waiting for their school name to be called. But they don't close it for some reason. Like, I don't know. It just makes no sense. So they have to go, and then they're like, oh, everyone else gets the day off but us. I mean, me and your father don't get a day off. But they do. And then blah blah blah. Bart and Lisa and the rest have to go to school. And then it's just like Otto driving like a maniac. And then blah blah blah. Then they're just like, just in the classroom going to watch a movie about a grinchy little character. But it's not the movie that you're thinking. It's just like some weird, like, cheap bootleg or something. And then they're just like annoyed. And then, when they get out of school, turns out they're snowed in. And then they're just like annoyed again. And then Seymour's like, oh, I gotta and then he just gotta act like a jerk, And then he's just like, and then they're just like, what do you want out? And then like he's like, remembering what happened in the war. And then like his friend got like eaten by an elephant or something. And then blah blah blah. So he becomes the drill sergeant. But then they don't like him, so like that won't do. And then like Bart is like trying to like figure out a way to escape. And then like Ralph is like, I need my stuffed animal. And then he's like giving him some weirdness. And then like Bart tries to escape, and then I guess Principal Skinner's all like, no, it's a bad idea. But then he gets trapped, like, in the snow. Basically. And then the kids take over the school. So they enjoy their fun. And then Principal Skinner is like, just annoyed. Again. And then they're like wandering off. Like, and then Principal Skinner tries to like send the hamster out. But it doesn't really work. Because it's like pure chaos. And then like Homer and Ned have saved the kids. And then blah blah blah, turns out they get stuck in like ice. Or for some reason. And then like they can't escape, and then like the hamster saves them. And then they're kind of just hallucinating. And then they're just hallucinating, and then blah blah blah. They save the kids. And then like Homer like thinks cruise control. And he's like, it's gonna navigate him. And then they crash into like a salt. And then they're saved, and then that's the end of the episode. And then like Homer's like hallucinating again. So I think I give that episode like a good 10. It's pretty wild. Bye!